I was doing some e-commerce research this morning and I stumbled upon a $4 million per month Shopify niche store, which really intrigued me and it sent me down a rabbit hole that I have to share with you guys. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I found this store for free, also some of the things they're doing to scale to this level, and some things that you can apply to your own Shopify store, whether you have one or if you're thinking about starting one, because I'll also share some sourcing opportunities in this niche for you so that you can just get a ton of value. So let's hop right in. First of all, the store is called Easy Spirit. And what they do is they sell shoes. So if we actually go to their homepage, you can see kind of what they're all about. They just sell all kinds of shoes, boots, comfy shoes. Yeah, that's kind of all the shoes that they have right now. They have just, okay, you can actually see the sections right here: boots, athletic, casual, dress, sandals. Very, very clean store. But these are the actual best sellers that they have. So this is their literal best-selling product right here. This is filtered by best-selling. And this shoe right here is one of the contributing factors to their scaling potential. As you see, they're selling this for $75, and it's not even on a sale, right? It's just $75, and it's a super clean landing page. Very, very clean website. Honestly, doesn't really do too much in terms of like trying super hard to sell this, but it does sell very effectively. Now, you can see they have all the recommended products. People shop multiple times on this store, which is super cool. They got some reviews here. And then what we stand for. So this is pretty interesting. They stand for comfort, versatility, and value. So you get much more than what you see. Our footwear is proudly packed with benefits at a great price. So they're not just selling you a shoe, they're selling you a benefit packed solution for comfy wear, right? And believe it or not, this market is actually massive. So I looked up the slip-on shoe market and it's not that big. It's, about 200 million, let's say, or 150, but it's a smaller niche within the much larger $457 billion footwear market. I actually never thought about just how big the footwear market is, but it makes a lot of sense because we all wear shoes. Everybody, well, not everybody, unfortunately, but most people, 99.9% of people have feet and they use shoes. Most people don't just walk around barefoot. So that's one of the cool things about this particular niche. Now, interestingly enough, like I mentioned, these are not just being sold as like for the design of it, it's more so for the comfort. So you see right here, these are the angles that they're targeting: extended width, arch support, easy on, so slip on, and orthopedic friendly. So these are the angles that they're targeting, which is very, very interesting to me. Now, one of the cool things about this store, I guess I'll dive right into it, is that this is a really good way to explain. This is the same philosophy that I'm following. And by the way, if you want to know how I'm estimating the revenue, basically how I'm estimating it is by going here to Shopify Lab Web Analytics, and I looked at their traffic. So you can do this on SimilarWeb as well. And basically I can see that they're driving 1 million monthly visitors to their store, all from the US. Now I have a US store that yesterday, for example, this is one of my stores, we did 3.5K in sales and with 900 sessions. So that's like a 1-to-4 ratio, just about. So with 1 million visitors, I'm estimating 4 million in sales. That's how I'm doing it. Yes, it's an estimate. Yes, it could be completely inaccurate, but that's what we're rolling with because that's all I got, right? I'm just inferring based on the data that I have. And it's just honestly an estimate. So don't live and die by that. Just take it as it is. We're just trying to study these brands and try to apply some of this stuff to our store. Now, what you see here is that they're running a lot of ads. They're running 70 different active ads on Meta at once. And if we scroll down to their oldest ones, which by the way, you can use the Meta ad library. That's what this is, the Meta ads library, for absolutely free. Meta is actually legally required to show you all of their advertisers' ads. And this is free. But one of the interesting things that I noticed is, first and foremost, they got very clean ad copy. So they're not going after this like long copy angle that a lot of brands are doing these days. Or not a lot of brands, but a lot of direct response brands. But you can clearly see who their target demo is, right? You can clearly see that it's older women that are buying this shoe. And they cater everything towards this demographic. This isn't really high quality, so we're not going to watch it. But You can see in all of their videos, they feature this demographic for the most part. I mean, some of these are just static ad angles, which are really clean. Best-selling booties. This lady says nose comfort doesn't mean sacrificing style. And it's just a very native looking image. And let's click shop now and see where it goes. So yeah, it just goes to this really interesting loafer that's $99. Not cheap at all. So these guys are not competing on price. They are just very good at targeting their target demographic. And you can see that reflected in the ads that they run. So they're running a lot of offer ads. Very cool. Some catalog ads, as you see right here. Now, how I found this brand is there is a Shopify database. A lot of people don't know this, so I'm just going to tell you it's absolutely free. It's just called myip.ms. It's basically where Shopify, it shows you all of these stores that are hosted on Shopify. So yeah, that's how I found it. I just did a little bit of digging here for like 2 minutes, and I found an interesting store that I wanted to dive into. But what I was saying here about their description of their business, this is my exact same philosophy. Actually, this is how I'm building Shopify brands, is really by thinking of them as online marketplaces. So I'm not really into the idea of having like a super niche down business. I actually like the idea of having a more broad store that kind of caters to a specific lifestyle or a specific problem that people face, but making it more broad so that I have more flexibility to test products. And that's the same thing that I'm teaching students inside ShopiLab as well. And the same philosophy that I use to scale this store. We started this store from zero this quarter inside of ShopiLab for the course. And in it, you would see that, for accelerator members, they'll see that I basically just started by testing products in a broad store. And then over time, I kind of niched it down, but still kept it fairly broad as a marketplace for my particular niche. So I really like that this is a super subtle thing. Like nobody's going to talk about this on YouTube, but I think having an idea of what your business is can help you think of it more long-term. And yeah, just knowing that this brand is an online marketplace for shoes kind of helps me understand exactly, why they have these different shoes. I mean, it sounds super simple, but to me, it just helps me kind of visualize the future of a store, even in its infancy, right? Where you're selling products that perhaps are not branded, right? Where maybe they're not custom products or anything, but still, if you're building a marketplace, then it's okay to have products that are not custom branded, right? And as long as they are good products and that people get value from them, then it's okay. And here's a few different sourcing opportunities on TeamDrop. So TeamDrop is our official sourcing partner inside ShopiLab. So you can make a free ShopiLab.ai account, go to sourcing, the sourcing tab here, and then click on TeamDrop. When you do this, they're going to know that you came from our community, and they're going to give you the best support ever. I love the TeamDrop team. Shout out to the TeamDrop team. So basically what you could do, just to give you a practical example, is literally take a screenshot of this image. You could just browse like I'm doing right here, like slip-on shoes, and maybe find some unique product opportunities that speak out to you and your brand mission or your brand premise. But what I would do is actually just message them on WhatsApp and then just send them a picture of this product and say, hey, do you guys have can you source a similar product with similar specs for my store? And they will do it. And they'll find something just like what you asked. And through that, you can actually get it sourced and shipped. And then, of course, as you grow the business, you can start getting packaging inserts in there. You can start custom branding your products if you want. But I like the idea of starting super lean with no upfront investment, and TeamDrop is free. So might as well use it by doing that, what I mentioned, going to ShopiLab.ai and then go to the sourcing tab. This is all free. Now, the next thing I want to show you actually is an interesting thing that a lot of brands... Oh, actually, sorry. Before I do that, I want to show you one thing that I really like about their store. So this is a thing I noticed. They make it very easy to shop. And I think a lot of people don't think about this, especially beginners, believe it or not. I see a lot of beginners, they'll download the latest app. For example, I've been recommending the Olivia app from Lumen Themes. I really, really like that theme. And But the problem with that theme is that the default theme has so many features active. It literally has like a million different sections and like social media tabs that you can click and just like a million different things that, in my opinion, are actually super distracting and overwhelming for customers. This brand is super good at keeping it extremely simple, right? For how much traffic they're driving and, the volume that they're doing, they're so good at keeping it extremely simple. They don't even have social media links anywhere here, which is somewhat rare, I would say. But I find that the highest converting stores, the stores that scale the fastest with social media, like super profitably, let's say on Meta, this is what they do. They keep it super simple to understand. You got your help link here. So, you can get help on whatever you need, which is really important. Customer service is also one of the most undervalued and least talked about things in e-commerce for some reason, especially in the dropshipping niche, right? Which I don't even like as a niche, to be honest with you, because it just creates like a short-term mentality, which I don't like. I like building things long-term, even if you have to start, by selling, by making profit short-term, but you can still build a long-term business through dropshipping, through the dropshipping model. It's not, it can still be done. It just matters how you think of it and what your business is all about. But anyways, yeah, as I mentioned, customer service is super important. And one of the best ways to hack customer service is to get AI customer service on your comments and your DMs, especially if you're driving a ton of traffic through Meta, which these guys are surprisingly not doing. And I like showing you this. This is a free comment report that you can do. This is part of my research stack that I always use. And basically, it just gives you a whole comment analysis on any brand that's running ads on Meta. So you can see they're replying to pretty much no comments. Mostly the comments they're getting are super negative, and nobody is managing these, which is super surprising, right? I mean, it's very shocking to me, but at the same time, it's not, because these guys clearly have a small team. I think on here they're estimating 1 to 10 team members. It's probably way more than that. But this seems to be a very lean business, right? So it's not a surprise if they're driving, let's say 500K a month of Meta Ads traffic or Meta ad spend, which we're doing actually through our agency. I just want to say that. So, if you are a brand and you want help with media buying on Meta, we do have an agency. I do own an agency called thechemilab.com. And actually, we're overseeing over $8 million a year in Meta ad spend right now. We're Meta Ads partners. So that means we have special privileges, special dashboards and everything on the Meta ad platform. I don't talk about that a lot because I don't know. I just don't want to, in every video, mention everything that I have to offer for you guys. But, I just wanted to mention it quick because I just thought of it. But yeah, they're getting just all these comments that are negative, and it's because they're driving so much traffic through it, and their team is likely very lean, so no one's looking at it. And that's exactly where a tool like Smart Reply is such a hack. It's just literally 24/7 customer support with AI, and you can give it a name. Some of the clients in Smart Reply, let me just show you, for example, this is kind of how it looks like, right? So you can basically get all of your comments answered. You can get 100% uptime support, right? And it can even help you drive more sales, which is pretty cool. So for a brand that's super lean, which is my same philosophy, I like to keep my teams extremely lean. For this brand, right, it's doing so this day yesterday was over $1,000 of profit, and the team is just me and a customer service agent. That is literally it. And then of course Smart Reply, so that we don't need a huge customer service team. We only need one customer service manager who's amazing, and she basically manages the escalations, right? But the comments and all of these little moderation things that actually do affect your business more than you think are being managed by Smart Reply. And yeah, but you can see actually a lot of the things that they're doing wrong. And the reason I like to add this comment analysis to my research stack is because this literally shows you some things that you can improve if you're trying to compete in this market. For example, here somebody is giving a huge big feedback on their booties, I guess. So I recently bought some booties from you. The quality of the product has gone downhill big time, but the prices keep going up. I like the old tread of the booties I bought several years ago, but you changed them to an inferior product. Not good for hiking now. I don't like the ugly black buttons on these booties. The fur is okay, but there's not nearly enough padding or arch support. So this is gold right here. This is literally golden information for this niche. And again, I think it's just, you know, this is what I'm saying. A lot of people ask me like, how can I compete with, the bigger brands? But like, even the bigger brands are not doing everything perfect. Like, this is one way you can compete. It's by just replying to all your comments, or at least managing these comments, right? You can see a lot of people. Okay, I don't know. Somebody here is just spamming like crazy. You're shame on you, you lazy liars. Your customer support is non-existent and the quality of product has gone downhill. So yeah, they really need somebody managing this. That's kind of the bottom line. And that's one easy way that you can keep your store super lean, your business super lean, and just run it even more profitably. But I'm still super impressed by this brand. I really love it. I think it's so clean and simple. I love the fonts that they use. I love the aesthetic. Personally, it's just, I love simplicity like this. When a store has everything so simple, I can just tell that they're printing money and scaling really big. And actually, they do have a bestsellers tab. So yeah, these are their other bestsellers, I guess. So they're selling these weather booties. I guess these are the ones that people were complaining about. But yeah, this niche is super interesting. Obviously, it's a difficult one because of the sizing. But if you can overcome that adversity, which they have done, and there's plenty of others that have done it too, then you have a really great niche on your hands, a really massive market with high LTV, especially if you have good products that are unique. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this video. If you need any help with anything, whether it's, you need help with your store, you can ask me in the comments. You can contact our agency. You can join the accelerator if you need one-on-one support from mentors and myself. Or if you just want to access our community for free, shopilab.ai, you can actually just go there, make a free account, access a ton of really valuable features for absolutely free, exclusive discounts to all the various tools out there that most people use. And then also you get to join our Discord for free. I'm active in there every day. I love our Discord community. But that's about it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one, and I'll see you in our streams. Make sure you keep an eye out for that. All right, peace.